Tennis coaches tell their players that the first 10 minutes have to be high impact in any game, and you have to ensure that the momentum is on your side. There's data published by the ATP which actually tells you that 80% of the time, if a top level player wins the first set, he goes on to win the match. Now, this does not apply to Rafa Nadal, but still, it's good data. So, everything that a player does before the match, he wants to make sure that the momentum is there on his side in the first 5 to 10 minutes. So, it starts with winning the toss and deciding whether to serve or not. If you are diffident about your serve, you will probably not select it because you don't want to go on the back foot right in the beginning. And sometimes some players do like a little bit of a psychological game with the opponent and say, hey, if you want to select whatever, it's fine with me, because he just wants to show that I don't care, I'm anyway going to beat you. And that makes the opponent nervous, and maybe he'll make a mistake of selecting something which might not go his way. So all of this is to gain that early advantage. Even selection of the side. Many times players select side so that the sun is directly not in the eye, because they don't want to lose that one or two returns in the beginning because the sun is affecting the eye. And sometimes they select a side where the wind is coming from the opposite direction. So by chance they don't get the return right and it goes long. Because of the wind, it stays in the court. Everything to get that early edge is the name of game. Well, I've seen this in the cricketing world as well. I've seen Jimmy Anderson during England tours practice very, very diligently in the first 20-25 minutes of the warm-up time, because he wants to make sure he lands that first ball in the right area so that it can beat the edge or take an edge, because that will send a message to the entire batting team saying that, hey man, I'm in the game and I'm ready from ball one. Shane Warne once said that, my first ball is a ripper because I want to gain that early advantage so that the entire team is on the back foot again, that boy, this guy is going to spin a lot. Even as a stand-up comedian, for us, the first 5 minutes, very, very critical. Because the first 5 minutes, if they are bad, your entire show goes for a toss. But if the first 5 minutes are good, you're rocking. And that is why the focus is always on the first 5 minutes. As managers and leaders, do we ever think about this? Do we make sure that the first 10 minutes of a sales pitch or PowerPoint presentation to the internal team is the best that 10 minutes you can ever give? If you're not doing that, you may be in trouble. Think about it. It's the first 10 minutes that closes the biggest deals in the world.